This video is going to introduce the concept of an item in Evokat Premier and discuss how it varies from a part number, as that was the primary identifier used in the legacy system. We will walk through creating items in Premier, as well as some of the other item-specific functionality. An item can represent any object you would like to track in the system, whether it is destined for individual sale or not. Each item must be identified with a unique value when not taking hyphens or case into consideration. For example, 1234 would be considered the same as 1-234 for the purpose of this unique check. When you see the term SKU or item identifier in use in reports and bulk load functions, it is a reference back to this core ID as opposed to a selling part number. In most cases, the item identifier will be the same as a selling part number, but that is not always the case. Variances between the item and selling identifiers can come from many sources. Supporting multiple brands is the most obvious scenario, but in today's market, retailers are demanding customized product data even if it's not a private labeling situation. Breaking the relationship between the physical object and how it is sold allows for multiple UPC codes, customized attribute values, and even custom fitment notes to be managed within one master data set. Our choice of terminology comes directly from the PIES XML standard we are authoring to. As you can see from the example, the part number is just one of many data elements that can be assigned to define an item. Consistent with the standard, we group the selling part number with the group of basic elements that you will see later on. Now that we understand what an item is, let's walk through the process to create and view items within Premier. We'll start by searching for an item via the item search page, which is found under the product menu. The item search form has 4 fields, allowing a search by the item identifier, a selling part number or interchange, as well as filters for lifecycle and ACES part terminology. Note that the SKU search is not case sensitive and ignores hyphens, while searching by selling part number or interchange looks for an exact match. Leaving all 4 fields blank and clicking search will return the most recently created items. The search results includes multiple links to the item and shows any associated selling part numbers as well as a PIES part terminology if it's populated. In these results, we see one item with a selling part number of undefined, and that should draw your attention. In order for an item to be included in any ACES or PIES XML report, it must have a selling part number defined for that brand. The undefined term indicates that this item will not be included in any exports until a selling part number is added. Clicking on the part number itself takes us to the item's profile page, where we can see an overview of the item as a whole. We can add tags to any item on this page by clicking in the field and selecting an existing tag, or just type to create a new one. A snapshot of fitment coverage is provided, as well as our product information rating. Clicking on the links above the rating will recalculate the score for this item, as well as provide a drill down to see how the score is being calculated. At the bottom of the page, there's an item history that will track most actions taken on the item done through the user interface. But be aware that any changes made via the bulk load process will not be visible here. There is a link to create new items in the product menu, but in this video we're going to show the copy item function, as that is the easiest way to create new items. The copy item form asks for the new part number, a new GTIN, and for direction on what should happen to the source item you're copying from. These options include superseding the source item, which sets the lifecycle code to superseded, deleting the source item, or taking no action at all. We suggest this method to create new items because it allows for existing product data to be copied as well. Simply check the values that may be common to the new item, and then click Copy to submit the form. Premier tracks the items you have most recently viewed to make it more efficient to return to an item you've been working on. Just mouse over the small clock icon in the top right section of the page to view and go to your recent items. We hope this introduction to the item concept has been helpful. Evokat is always evolving, and there are already more item-specific functions than we can show in a short video, so please let us know when you have questions. Thank you.